Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hello friends, up till now we have done with the basics of doubly linked list, that is basic functions or operations of doubly linked list, insertion and deletion. Now we will look at how to display the contents of doubly linked list based on these various operations. Okay, so for this we need to give the menu driven approach to the user. User will be having the choice, and based on his choice I will be taking the values and also calling that particular function. Okay, I have defined a function called as display. First I will write down doubly linked list. Okay, now first condition is that I need to check whether the list is empty or not. How do I check whether the list is empty or not? It's just by checking the size. If size is equal to 0, what does it means is that there is no node present in the doubly linked list. Then only the size will become 0. So if size equal to 0, it means that the doubly linked list is what? Yes, you have guessed it right. It is empty. Okay, so if size equal to 0, we are going to write empty and then return the value. Okay, now if size is not equal to 0, there are some element present. In that case, if start dot get link next is equal to null. Okay, so next is not present. So what do we mean is that there are some values already present. In that case, we have to just get the value of start. So I'm going to call the method, okay, that is called as get data. On which object? Start object. So I write down system.println start dot get data. So get data value will be given. Okay, now this is the case where next is not going ahead. It means the end of the linked list. So start dot get link next is equal to null. Is that we have to get the value of start. So to get the value of start, I am going to write down start dot get data. Okay, now this is not the case if, then we need to have the values properly. So in that case, start will be given to ptr and then we will start the printing the values. So start is going to give to ptr, then we are calling the get data method using start dot get data. Okay, after that I need to have the value of ptr. So I'm going to call which method now? Get link next, on based on which object? Start. So I'm going to run ptr equal to start dot get link next. So this object point to which method now? Get link next. Okay, so ptr is equal to start dot get link next. So this value will be taken from the user. Okay, after that, while ptr dot get link next is not equal to null, okay, it means that there are some values much more present. Okay, whenever we get the value ptr dot next or some object based dot next value equal to null, it means there is the end of the linked list. Okay, so we are going to traverse the linked list till we are going to get the null. So I am going to write while ptr dot get link next is not equal to null, then we are going to print the objects. Okay, object value. Now in this case, I have the object is stored in which ptr. So I'm going to call the get data method on based on which object? That is your ptr. Okay, if I'm going to start the values start dot get link, then I'm going to get the data through start dot get data, since we are calling the objects values through ptr. So I'm writing ptr dot get data. Okay, so we are going to get the value of ptr and then we are going to increment the value of ptr dot get link list. So you're going to write ptr equal to ptr dot get link next. So like this we can traverse through the values of the ptr. Okay, once we are done with this one, we need to start printing the values. So I'm going to write ptr dot get data. So like this I can transfer the values to the user. Okay, then come to the next part, that is we are going to define the class called as doubly linked list. Okay, inside main I'm going to take the value from the user using which object? That is scan object. And now this scan object is the object of which class? Scanner class. Okay, so scanner scan equal to new scanner system dot in. So I get the values from the user in the scan object. Okay, then we are going to create the object of linked list. So I define linked list list equal to new linked list. So this create the object of which class? Linked list class. Okay, then I'm going to write doubly linked list test. Okay, then I'm going to give the user a menu driven approach. Now to store the value which user wants to take, okay, I'm going to take the various options. Now if user wants to continue or discontinue the set of operation, I'm going to get his values through the options. Okay, that is yes or no. So y will denote me yes and n will denote me no. So to store this value, I have taken a character variable called ch. So I've defined a ch variable whose return type will be char. So I'm writing char ch. Okay, then I will be providing in the list of operations. This list of operations as 1 insert at begin, 2 insert at end, 3 insert at position, 4 is for delete at position, 5 check empty, and 6 is get size. Once we have done with do values, okay, then what we do is get the choice from the user, okay, and we store it in the choice variable. Okay, then we use the switch case to get the values. Okay, get the case run. So choice is chosen and switch case is used. Okay, if user chooses option number 1, then in this case number 1 is executed. So we are going to enter the element to insert. Okay, so we enter the integer element to insert. In that case, whose object going to call? I'm going to call the list object, which is the object of the linked list class. That is your doubly linked list. Okay, so I'm going to call the function called as insert at start. Okay, since integer element is to be inserted there, in this case I'm going to say list dot insert at start and get the values to the user. So scan dot next end. Okay, this is your case number 1. Case number 2, okay, is that we are going to insert the element at the end. In that case, I'm going to call which object? List dot. Which method I'm going to call? That is insert at end. Okay, so insert at end function is to be called, and through these values I'm going to pass in. So scan dot next end. Okay, once this is done, I'm going to break the value. This is case number 1 is insert at the beginning. Case number 2 insert at the end. Okay, once we are done with this one, okay, if user wants to insert the element at any random position, I need to have the value at that particular position. In that case, I need to check the values is present or not. Okay, so I get the values from the user through the variable called as position. Okay, so enter the element, integer element to insert, then I'm going to get the number. Okay, then I will be asking for the position. I will be storing this value in position variable. Okay, I need to check position should be less than 1 or position is greater than list size. Okay, let's say I have only one element and user wants to insert the element at position number 0. Is it going to be possible? No. Okay, and if I have the linked list as size 5, there are 5 nodes and user wants to insert the element in the number 6, so it is not going to be possible since I have only 5. So in that case, that won't be possible. So in that case, it will be invalid position. Okay, so before start or after end, there is no position to insert the node. In that case, it will be invalid position. So I need to check position less than 1 or position is greater than list dot get size. Okay, if it is greater than size or if it is less than start position, in that case it is invalid position. If it is not, then I will be calling the method list dot insert at position. Okay, in that case I will be calling function list dot insert at position, then number and your position. Clear? This is a very important case. After that, we are going to go to the case number 4. Okay, then again I'm going to get the position. Okay, then through the scan. Okay, in this case we are going to delete. So the first part will remain same as the position, is to check the position number. Else I'm going to call list dot delete at position, and that position will be taken in the p variable. Okay, so based on that position I'm going to insert or delete per particular node. Okay, once we are done with this case, okay, we need to also check whether the list is empty or not. Okay, the case number 5 is to get the empty status. In this case, I'm going to call the method called as is empty, based on which object? That is list. So I'm going to write list dot is empty. This is going to return me true or false, since it is a boolean type. Then case number 6 is to get the size of the linked list. Okay, if size equal to 0, it means that there are no nodes present in the linked list. Okay, so whatever number of nodes are present, I need to have that value. So to get that value, I need to call the function called as size. Okay, so I'm going to call size equal to list dot get size. This will return me number of nodes. Okay, once we are done with the operation from 1 to 6, If user chooses other options, that is, let's say 0, or it chooses 7, 8, 9, 10, these are not a valid entry. I need to write down the case for default. So I'm writing default system.println wrong entry. Once these cases are executed, then after that I will be calling the method called as display, or I can say I will be calling the function called as display. In that case, which object I am going to use of the doubly linked list? That is the list object. So based on list object, I will be calling that particular function. So I am going to write list dot display to display the contents of the doubly linked list. Okay, so list dot display will display the contents of the doubly linked list. Okay, if you then I will be asking the user if he wants to continue with the program or not. Okay, so I will be providing him options, Y for yes and N for no. Okay, so I'm going to write, do you want to continue, type Y or N. Then I'm going to take that particular scan character at position, and then I'm going to store it at variable called as ch. Okay, then I'm going to check this while y is equal to, while ch equal to y or ch equal to small y. If both are there, then I will continue this set of operations. If it is not, then I won't continue. It means we are going to stop. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to Ekeeda channel.